Hello, hello. Welcome back to some more King's Quest V. We just finished up with the town, and now we're going to finish up the last little bit of this beginning section of the game before we start heading off into the second half. And it's been a little while since we got together to record some King's Quest V, so you guys remember what happened last time?
No.
Okay. So what happened was that I showed off what happens when you go into this inn. And this is why we needed to do the convoluted puzzle of saving the cat. Even though, in context, it makes no sense why we would ever attack a cat to save a rat, but, you know, details.
Hey, boss! This guy looks like a real troublemaker. What do you want me to do with him?
Rub him out.
Struggle as he might, Graham could not escape his bond.
So normally the game would just end here if we didn't save the rat. But since we saved it, here she is.
I like how you can you basically ignore hearing Kel's response to the question of if you remember.
I did not hear Kel whatsoever. Sorry.
Rope from the stone floor.
I didn't say anything.
No, you just like as soon as I said it, no. He completely ignored the hearing from
Graham
you.
pounds on the rusty padlock
okay.
until it breaks apart.
But anyway.
I'll butt in if I want to. Don't worry about it.
And if we didn't have this hammer, we'd also be a dead man walking. So it was also a good thing that the guys who locked us in here put the padlock on this side of the
inside the cupboard,
the
Graham
door
sees a large,
somehow.
juicy leg of lamb.
Now time for some bloody vengeance.
Reaching into the open
Yep, we're gonna
cupboard,
steal their
Graham pulls out
lamb
the savory leg of lamb.
leg. Just fuck them. And
set fire.
you can't immediately
to the-
fuck yourself by just going to the right.
We gotta plan our next job, you guys. Hey!
And
Get out of the cellar.
King Graham, being the absolute genius that he is, decides not to do anything
Time,
here.
Rub 'em out for good.
That wasn't a very smart move.
So,
Now to the really smart move, where we set fire to their house.
Inside the cupboard, Graham sees a large, juicy leg of
no,
lamb.
no, we're gonna do the really smart thing. Take their
Reaching into the
lamb
open cupboard,
and go
Graham
left
pulls
this
out the
time.
savory leg of lamb. Finding the kitchen door
It's
locked,
going
Graham
left.
unlocks it before going outside.
We actually go out the back way. So how about that? And yes, to answer you guys' question, we did all that for a piece of lamb.
Proving once I got into that there's no logic to what Graham does. He's just a kleptomaniac.
Well, again, I like to think that King Graham knows exactly what he's doing. It's just that he's completely fucking insane, and it just happens to all work out.
The best of answers.
You're gonna have to speak up, Kel.
The best of answers.
Exactly. And now that we have the tambourine, we can scare away this rattlesnake.
Begone, you slithery varmint! Scat!
The snake is scared by tropical sounds.
Tropical.
Yes, tropical music. You know, Caribbean rhythms really scare the reptile.
A few hours later,
Thanks, narrator.
Graham begins to shiver at the sudden
Yeah,
drop in
and
temperature.
this is why they put the rattlesnake here, was so that way Because apparently players would just kind of walk up here and play testing
Graham donned his war
immediately and then
clothes
just
for protection
die.
against the freezing mountain air.
Because you now need the cloak. Mutant. Alright. And let's just very slowly make our way around. Oh, and my cat is being a butt right now.
Hi, Piggy.
And you can die on this screen very easily. Because right now what we need to do is use the rope. But more specifically, we have to use the rope on the
Graham noticed
rock
his
ledge
stomach beginning to
right
rumble with
there.
hunger.
Because if we use it on the branch, we'll fall over and die. And of course, Cedric, being as useful as ever, will only warn us after we're falling that the branch is a
Graham
bad
finds
idea.
The leg of lamb a bit tough, but tasty enough. Filling up quickly, he saves the other half for later.
What's up?
I was just laughing about the whole about the narrators complimenting Graham's conservation of the lamb.
Hey, it's very important because, technically speaking, we could have eaten the pie, and there we go. I just fell off because the jumping mechanics in this game, what non-existent entity that it is doesn't make much sense. So you're supposed to walk up to the edge and then click on the rocks. And you have to be careful, because if you go on any of the rocks on the lower end, that's instant death. Or at least the two over on the left-hand side. Here we go.
So, anyone has filed their taxes recently?
No. Unless you count Cedric. But I guess we should be nice and get Cedric back. Even though the game would be a hell of a lot better if we just left him to die.
I think that's not an option. Is that an option, to leave Cedric to die?
Later on, technically, I think. But again, you'd be a dead man
The
walking
broken
if you did that.
sled, now no good to anybody.
That is, so there isn't an option. It's
Well-
not an option.
Well, suicide is always an option, but, you know. Anyway, here's a hungry eagle. Let's feed it the rest of our lamb.
Here, take this. Perhaps it will help you.
I can't remember if I mentioned it already, but when the narrator said that we were hungry and needed to eat the lamb, we could have eaten the pie, but then we'd be a dead man walking. We have to have
You are
eaten
a
the
kind
lamb.
man to share your meager food with a poor bird, especially up here in these snowy mountains.
Well, I couldn't just stand there and let you starve to
Is there a
death. What
specific
kind of
reason
person
why
would I
the
be?
animals talk in this?
You have shown yourself to be a kind.
Yes,
man,
it is
but I will not
because
forget
the
what you
wizard that
did.
we met at the very
Goodbye,
beginning of the
dear
game
friend.
that Cedric brought us to gave us a magical sugar cube or something like that, and when we ate it, we can now communicate with animals.
I am Queen Isabella, and you have entered my domain now. I command you to kneel.
And
before
here
me.
we have a more accurate
Because you
depiction
and your
of
friend over
the
there
Ice
have
Queen
so
of
confidently invaded my territory without
from
my
the Hans
permission
Christian
or
Andersen
knowledge.
novel.
I have decided you shall both be put to death.
Let us vote, Your
Take away my
Highness,
pet.
Your Majesty.
Warning. This cartoon contains material that may be necessary for information or clues to complete this game. Please be sure to check your inventory if you decide to skip.
Wait, my pet.
Have any of you guys actually heard of the Russian
That was very
Snow
lovely
Queen
music.
animation?
I've never heard anything quite that beautiful.
No, but you've mentioned it to me a
I
couple
think I
times.
felt my heart melting. Just a little bit. Just enough,
I
that
think
is,
I know it at all.
to allow you a chance for your freedom.
Yes.
A vicious Yeti has entered the area and
So-
taken up residence in my prized crystal cave.
The reason I
So
was
far,
watching,
I have been unable to extricate him from either the cave or
So
my
you-
territory.
I watched a
If
while
you can rid
ago.
me of the Yeti, I
Learned
will
about it
release
because there was
both
this
you
video
and your owl
a
friend,
channel made
and you two can continue on your
basically
journey
talking
unhindered.
about doing
I wish you
a
luck
run
in
through
defeating
of
the Yeti.
major
If you succeed, you will have
major
my
works of
undying
Soviet
gratitude.
animation.
Go with him, Sir Grey Wolf.
I'm
one
guessing
of them
Treasure
was
Island
the-
was on there.
You may go now. Sir Grey Wolf will lead the way.
I presume so. Yes. But yeah, there was, and among them there was the Russian snow the mission of the Snow Queen, which yes is very actually quite a lot more faithful to the original story than Frozen.
Well, to be fair,
Yonder's the crystal
oh,
cave. There
before
you
we go
will
on,
find the Yeti.
I mentioned that the voice acting for the animals was pretty bad, and that was more or less what I was referring to. These fucking wolves, like, Jesus Christ.
Not sure what it was trying to say, but something.
Basically, we're not leaving until we deal with the Yeti. And we deal with the Yeti with the pie! Hey-ya!
Yeah, really.
And that's why we needed the pie. Because if we
The
didn't have
Yetis-
it, we'd lose.
The Yeti's major weakness is space tree.
Hey
I
man,
guess custard.
custard pies are a nasty habit, just ask clowns. But we also need one of these crystals. I'm just trying to remember where exactly you're supposed to click to grab one of them. Okay, the one on the right-hand side in the middle. There we go.
So very gently, Graham hits the beautiful
Do
crystal
Do a
several
bit
times
of
with his hammer
vandalism on the
until it
Fortress of
breaks loose
Solitude.
in one piece. He
Nah,
then
it's fine.
carefully
Look at all these
places it among his
crystals.
other possessions.
She won't miss one. But, yeah, no, it's... I think,
I mean, Superman.
so long as you're not Disney, literally doing any kind of adaptation of a Hans Christian Andersen novel is more faithful, so...
I see that the Yeti is dead.
I can understand why they chose not to go with the original ending for Little Mermaid.
Yeah, it's depressing as shit, which is begs the question, why the fuck would you adapt it anyway?
Material that may be necessary for information or clues to complete
Because
this game. Please be sure to check your
Why make a new
inventory if you
story
decide
when
to
you can
skip.
put a positive spin on something?
Yes.
So much easier.
Yeah. Or nowadays, why make a new story at all? When you can just make an inferior live-action version.
Of course, I'm joking around. You know, they should be making new shit, but it's easier
Ah,
now.
good. You have returned in victory, I presume.
Yeah, like
Yes,
it is.
Your
It.
Majesty, the Yeti is dead. He will no longer be a scourge.
I mean,
upon your
Disney
realm.
built their
Are my
brand
friend and
on
I ready to go
adapting
now?
I
fairy
keep to my
tales.
promises.
So
I
Yeah,
was
and then
expected
it's
to leave my mountain
completely
domain
disgusting
the
that
whole Yeti.
they are the #1
Please
company
rise,
to
Madam.
do cease
Yes,
and desist
I know
copyrights
you
on
are,
people
and I
for
have been informed
even the
of
most
your
minor
plot.
of infractions.
I do wish you luck against the wizard Mordak.
I mean,
And
it's-
they're also the reason why copyright law in the United States
You
is
may
as
go.
disgustingly
We wish you
awful
well
as it
on your
is.
difficult journey.
Yeah.
Sir
It's
Greywood
like
will
a
show
few
you
of
way
the
out
reasons
the
why
mountain.
Disney is a disgusting company. There are many, really. And the list seems to be just growing.
Yeah, and unlike people these days who only hate them, well, in more recent times because of shit like how they've been adapting Star Wars and all that, I've never liked Disney as a kid. So, get on my level, fool.
I hated Disney before it was cool, bro.
Exactly.
Graham's duty's done. The
Yeah.
large gray wolf now sits in silence.
You're still
blocking
like
the
some
passage back to
50
the
years
ice queen
behind
palace.
talking.
I mean, Tolkien, yeah, he didn't like Disney, but in one of his letters, or I think it was in part of his will, he did say that, essentially, that if Disney offered enough money for his like Lord of the Rings rights, then he would have been like, yeah, okay, sure, you guys can have it.
Oh, that
I recall a story that, hearing a story that one of his that he was, like, one of his motivations to writing The Hobbit was how upset he was with the depiction of dwarves in this Snow White.
Well, yeah, well, like, even I would say that they're not really dwarves. They look like gnomes. Anyway, up we go, and oh, we get taken by a big old bird, and I like how Graham's eyes went big there.
I miss that.
Anyway, so now we've been taken by the Rock, which, in this game, they have two heads and look more like vultures. Which I'm not sure if that's actually more, correctly based on, like, what a rock actually looks like. Oh, and, this tiny little glowing gold thing, we need. So it's a good thing the Rock took us to this, exact point.
So what exactly is the rock based on?
I don't know, it's just a big bird, but I'm sure it's
nice
based
birdie.
on some
Good
mythological thing. I just never really looked
Where'd you
into
go?
it, because it's just sort of like, that's it, it's just a big bird.
Hang on, I'll get you out of this.
Big burb.
And that's why
That's
we
a
needed
strong-
to feed the eagle the lamb, so we could get out of here.
That's a mighty strong lamb.
Yeah, especially since he was about to die from starvation.
Oh, Graham, where have you been? I've been looking all over for you.
You'd never believe
But anyway,
it. Cedric.
you were gonna say
You'd
earlier?
Never believe it.
I don't know. Was I going to say anything?
I don't know.
I think I was just when I was just gonna ask specifically about the rock.
Oh. I don't know. Kel, do you know what the Rock is based on? Like, where it comes from in mythology?
Couldn't tell.
Okay.
Who are you? And what are you
Anyway,
doing
here's
on
an old
my
man.
feet?
I like this old man.
I'm King Graham of Daventry, and I'm on a journey to find the
I
wizard.
just
Morgan's
now
island.
just now
But
kind
I
came
seem
to
to be
know
stuck.
that-
I don't know where to go from here.
I just now paid attention to how
what
red
did you
people are in
say?
these pictures.
Yeah, my only guess is that they couldn't get a
Still here?
the correct white skin
Please help me.
tone,
I
so
need
that
your
was like
help.
the next best thing that you could do is
I
make them
can't hear
more
you.
red, like they've been out in the
Can't
sun too
understand a
long.
thing you said. Gotta speak up, boy. Now get out of here.
I will say that they do more or less fix that in King's Quest VI, though.
What is the title of that one again?
Uh,
About here.
Absence makes the heart go yonder.
Isn't that the title of this one?
Oh, wait.
An old
What is
cast-off
the-
sailboat sits by
To
the
air
line
is to
on the
human,
narrow,
that's it.
sandy beach.
Anyway, so there's no indication that you need to do this, but we need to take the beeswax and plug a hole in the boat.
Firmly, Graham wedges the softened piece of beeswax into the small hole in the boat's hull. Hopefully, the wax will hold and make her seaworthy.
And again, the only way that you would have known that there was a hole in the boat is to take it out to sail and then immediately die after Cedric warns you that there's a hole in the boat.
Come on, Cedric, get in the boat. Aye, aye, Captain.
And there
So,
is
like, you can you look at the boat to verify it?
I did, and I don't think he mentioned that, oh yeah, there's a hole in the boat, by the way, you should do something about that. Oh, and there is a specific pattern that you have to go through when navigating the ocean here, because any other direction, you get eaten by a sea serpent. But we need to go to this island.
Ooh, an island. Perhaps we should explore it. Yes, I think we should, Cedric.
Because there's an extremely important item. Well, two extremely important items that we need from this island.
Ooh, Graham, I don't like the looks of this. Me neither. Graham, help me!
Unfortunately, they let the owl live. Are those harpies?
Where did you find
Yeah.
him, Manada?
And if apparently one of them is voiced by Roberta Williams.
We're arguing, girls. Let's see.
And of course, for whatever reason, the game gave me like a quarter of a millisecond to do something there, so I just died immediately. So that was nice. So let's try this again.
Prepare to. And Graham went on to be used by the as nesting by the harpies. They do the wasp thing where they lay their eggs on the brains of the victims.
That would be impressive considering they're part human, but okay. Let's see. I forgot to mention for a little while now, but we had that, I guess, mini contest to see what the CIA guy who listens into our conversations is named. With a resounding one vote, he shall now be named Doug, because we got one dislike on the video, so.
That wasn't you, was it?
No, it was not me.
I guess it was him.
Yeah, probably.
It was Doug.
I don't like the looks of this.
Maybe he disliked the video just to say, no, yes, my name actually is Doug. How did you guys know?
It is a damn shame the harpies don't eat Cedric.
It is.
Where did you find him, Manada? We found him on the beach. Isn't he luscious? I don't know. He doesn't look like my type. What do you think, Krulina?
Alright, now I'm a bit more prepared, so...
Too old and tough.
I thought maybe they wanted the gold locket, but...
I don't know.
No, they don't. I forgot that the gold locket is more
Hideous
for...
harpies don't pay any attention to
It's for something more important later.
I thought you still
What
were
we actually
gonna
need
help us last week.
is... Come on. Come on, pass me, figure it out. No, not the
Hideous
crystal.
harpies don't
God
pay-
damn it. There we go.
Well, at least this one's fresh. What's he doing? What's that thing? I don't know, but I want it. Hey, bring it up here! Come on and get her, girl! Get her!
Anyway, the important item. This tiny little glowing
Graham
thing.
quickly bends
We need
down
it.
and
Oh.
rescues the fishhook from the ground.
Oh, lovely.
Because I am dead serious that it's probably one of the most important items in the game. Anyway, there's Cedric.
And they couldn't even make it glow Resident Evil style.
They did. It does do the little sparkle thing, but which is like one of the few good things about King's Quest 5 is that a lot of the small items do sparkle, but the thing that we need it for does not sparkle. So, you know, just to immediately counter my own point.
That's the point. What I was talking about. Toss owl in the sea.
Graham bends over and picks up the
Eat
beautifully
owl.
colored shell.
And we also needed that seashell.
So by the end of the day, the trip to this place was like a detour.
Basically, yes.
It wasn't even like the intended route, and Graham just happened to stumble upon like
Yeah,
a massively important item.
Yeah, we just happened to come along here, and the two most important items to actually get to where we need to go was here. Oh, here's the sea monster.
That was a nasty sea creature.
So I was like, okay, fine. I'll go the normal way. Jeez. Oh, something I should also mention is that I am doing all of the King's Quest games, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to put King's Quest 8 on a more or less permanent hiatus until I can figure out what's wrong with it.
What do you want?
Because
I just need some information.
Isn't what's wrong with it the fact that it sucks ass?
yeah, but just to add insult to injury, the version that I have, the good old games version,
What's this?
it is,
Now what were
even
you
though I
doing?
paid money for it,
My owl
it
friend is
will
hurt.
not
He was
work
wounded by
because the people
What did
at
the
Good Old
Harpies did you
Games
say?
apparently
Bring him
didn't
on
do
into the
proper
house.
patchwork on
I'll
it,
fix him right
so
up. Good as new.
it assumes that I have a pirated copy of the game and will not load past the loading screen.
Lay him on the bed there.
So until I can figure out how to bypass that and essentially do some back-end work to try and make everything functional, I cannot even boot the game up to see if the gameplay
Tell me, what would a pool
is
do?
actually
My
like
employer would be very interested in them.
I can even play the fucking game, because like right now it's just I load up the game, it crashes.
My employer would be interested in them. Gifts from the sea, lad. Gifts from the sea. Ain't nothing special. You just gotta know how to use them. I don't
But on the
think
bright side, I
you'll
got
find
up to King's
particular
Quest 7 done.
Now, son,
How long
what
is
was
that
it you
run?
were trying to tell me
7?
before?
About 3
Trying
hours.
to find out where the wizard Mordak's island is. He kidnapped my family and is holding them hostage there. I must get to them before it's too late. Oh, I'm right sorry to hear about that.
So you just had to grab that, you had to grab the shell, so this man could hear you.
Yeah, because in all of his long years of being in this a shanty, he never thought that maybe his hearing was going and that he should do something about it.
Goodness.
But he does help us here by calling a mermaid to take us to Mordak's Island.
He needs you to lead him to Mordak's Island. It's a real emergency. Mordak's holding his family hostage. Pearl can't speak human talk, but she's agreed to help you. Just get on into your boat and follow her.
Cedric and I want to thank you for all your help, Mr.
Don't worry about who I am. You just get on over to that there island and take care of your family.
Aye, aye, sir. We're off. Come on, Cedric.
I also like King Graham is like, hey, what's your name? He's like, doesn't matter. Get the fuck out of here. So, what's your guys' opinion on TikTok?
Well, that was random.
Yeah, it was just one of those things where it was like, something recently happened that gave me a new disdain for TikTok, which baffles me because, I thought TikTok was about the worst of the worst.
I know that is a Chinese company, and well,
help me, I'm caught. Oh, help!
Are you all right,
Oh.
Cedric?
Oh no, Cedric, you're still alive. Let me fix that. Just to step on him.
Fine, Graham. Just a bit rattled is all.
Ugh,
Cal?
dead fish. Well, maybe I can use it.
What's up?
I asked,
Unfortunately,
what's your
nothing
opinion on
can be done about the
TikTok?
wrecked boat. It appears that
I don't-
Graham and Cedric
I don't have a
are
strong
stuck
opinion. I
here,
don't really care.
Perhaps forever.
Okay.
I've spent a fair bit of time on YouTube Shorts, and I know that it's too easy to spend time there. That's all I really have to say.
You gotta speak up, man.
My only real opinion is that it's too easy to spend time there because I've spent time on YouTube Shorts. I know that it's like rapid fire dopamine.
Yeah.
As far as my opinion goes.
Mm-hmm. I know it's it's a very good window into the faults of the current generation.
Yeah, but my new disdain that I gathered was that I was driving to work, and there was a woman who was driving in front of me, and of course she wasn't doing a very good job at the whole driving thing. And I look at her windows weren't tinted, so I could see like into her dashboard, and it looked like she had like a TikTok video playing, and she was paying more attention to that than the fucking road.
I mean, if it wasn't
They
TikTok,
should-
it'd be something else.
Sorry, what was that, Kel?
It looks like there's
If it wasn't
no
TikTok, it'd be
way
something
in.
else. I mean,
Let's
people have
turn
been
back.
driving distracted.
Come on, Cedric.
Yeah, I understand that, but it was like her phone was mounted in such a way like she was trying to figure out, like, in much a similar way that people would mount it to see where they're going on a GPS. Which, if that was the case, that was fine, but no, it was, like, I could clearly tell that there was some woman, like, doing a twerk dance or some bullshit like that, so it was like, come on.
So she wasn't even so she wasn't even paying attention to content that was actually, you know, original. You know, it wasn't someone sharing a story. It was just some cunt doing shaking her ass.
Well, do you?
Yeah,
have
the
any better
literal
ideas?
worst fucking dance that anybody could fucking do. Like, come on.
No, that's a good idea, Cedric. You be the lookout out here.
I don't know. You probably
I'll be the lookout.
you should have just hit her car out of principle.
What, do the policeman a side tap on the back wheel?
Yeah, basically. Just hit her car out of principle. Hey! Attention to the road, whore!
Alright, now this maze, this maze is not very well programmed. Reason being is that, it's one of those mazes where, how they work it is that the perspective constantly changes, and it's hard to tell where it is that you are, because it's one of those things where, like, yeah, you move closer to the wall and then it changes. So it's very easy to get lost. But here's my favorite character in this game. The Dink. I love this guy. Look at him. He's so happy. Let's give him a hug.
Graham should watch his step around this ugly beast.
Me eat king!
Play around with Dink, Graham.
No, he just hugged us to death. He's basically just Lenny. But anyway, what we're supposed to do is give him the tambourine.
He's like Mr. Frog.
No, it's fucking Lenny.
I'm Dink. I eat the king.
Graham reaches down and grabs the hairpin off
Anyway,
the
we need to do that so that we could get this hairpin. And sadly, we never see the Dink again.
The Dink is happy. He grabbed the tambourine and he went on to form his own samba group. And have a fruitful career as a musician.
Yeah, so aside from the Dink, there's no way to actually die in this maze. So if you do keep to the left-hand rule or the right-hand rule, whichever one you want to choose, you can solve this maze pretty easily if you get lost, which you're going to get lost very easily because, like I said, the game constantly changes the perspective like multiple times, so it's hard to figure out where you were or where you left off.
Graham tries to open the wooden door, but to no avail as it's securely locked.
But we needed to find the Dink so we could get his hairpin to open the door.
Graham inserts the hairpin into the door's large keyhole and discovers, to his amazement, that it fits perfectly. Turning it ever so
Graham's
gently,
compulsory
he soon hears a
kleptomania
soft click, and the door is unlocked.
gave him an interest in the art of lockpicking in his youth.
Alright.
Graham examines.
And there is
Graham has done
but
many
doesn't see
things
anything
unfit for a king.
Well, to be fair, he was a knight
Inside the
before
cupboard,
this.
Graham's eyes fall
Yeah.
upon a bag of dried peas.
Hey,
Reaching
we-
into
And
the
lots
open
of-
cupboard,
we need the
Graham
peas.
retrieves the bag of dried peas.
And lots of people who know of
There
Graham's
is nothing more
Graham's
loose in the cupboard.
kleptomania have been executed to preserve the silence, to keep the secret.
A lovely young girl with long black hair, olive skin, and flashing green eyes laboriously scrubs the cold stone floor. Though wearing rags, her
The narrator
beauty
says
nevertheless
that
shines
while feeling the vapors.
Don't come near me. Leave me alone.
I would never
My kind
hurt
of
you.
woman.
I'd like to help you.
I don't believe you. You're probably one of them.
I'm not. Believe me.
Just go away. Please. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Anyway, she won't talk to us, so
It is a lovely
if we
gold
give
locket
her
with a delicate chain.
the little locket that we found in the roc's nest, then she'll talk to
Warning.
us.
This cartoon contains material that may be necessary for information or clues to complete this game. Please be sure to check your inventory if you decide to skip.
Forever
Gives
did you
woman
find my
jewelry,
gold locket?
immediately
I thought
buys
it
her
was gone for
trust.
good.
Oh,
I
it's
lost it on the
stupider than
island
that.
Just after I was brought here by Mordak.
You wouldn't believe me even if I told you. But tell me, who are you?
Not
How
only
did you
is
come to
it
be here?
jewelry that she
From the kingdom of the
finds an
Island.
interest in,
My father,
it's
the king, was
specifically
such a horrible
her
ruler.
locket with
Mordak.
her family
When Mordak
portrait
saw me,
inside.
He immediately wished to marry me and bring me here. Naturally, I refused, and my father agreed with me. But our refusal angered him so much.
So
He sold me here anyway.
it's just one of those
Because he
things where
worked
it's
with
just
the fairy
like,
girl. He says he will
How
never
the
let me go.
fuck
That a son will
did
lie
that
in vain if I agree
even
to
come
marry
close to
him.
happening?
But the thought revolts me. What am I to do?
Graham is
Don't worry. I'm here to save my family from the evil wizard.
Graham's
He's
secret power of
suffering
plot
here somewhere,
convenience.
imprisoned inside a glass bottle. If I can manage to rescue them...
Like I said, I'm going with my theory that
I
he's
know
completely
the glass
insane and knows
bottle you're
exactly what he's
talking
doing.
about.
And it
It's
just
in
all
that
works out.
laboratory upstairs.
Keep quiet about my presence.
Graham
this will be the
suffers
most
frequently
difficult
with
part of my
nightmarish
journey.
visions of the
I
future.
may not survive it.
I would never give you away.
To be fair, he
And I
does
will
have that
help you
magic
any
mirror
way
of
I
his.
can, kind sir.
Let's see, I'm not going to save over the dink, because that would just be rude.
The stuff boiling in the pot doesn't look or smell very appetizing. A fire burns hotly in the fireplace.
Immediately
while something
criticizes
in
the
iron pot
woman's
boils
cooking.
above it. Graham surveys Mordak's
Well, she's a
kitchen in
princess,
disgust.
not a cook.
It is an untidy mishmash of dirty pots,
Hey, spoilers.
jars with unidentified contents, rags.
I
and
think she
assorted
literally
dirt.
just explained
Even
that,
with all
Goat.
that,
Come on.
Graham can see
Oh.
nothing that interests him.
I wasn't paying attention. It wasn't very interesting.
God damn it, Goat. The point-and-click adventure game, there's going to be a lot of talking. Anyway, this organ, it looks like it's a lot more menacing than it is. Like that head follows us, but the only reason it is technically a trap, but it's only a trap if we actually try and play the organ.
Graham walks through a downstairs hallway.
But anyway, here's a fucking weird xenomorph creature, and we do need to get captured by it at least once.
Actually, it looks like a giant ant.
Well, the xenomorphs
Yeet.
look like a fucking insect.
Yeet.
Anyway, here's what we need the fish hook
There,
for.
Got it. The fish
There
hook did the
is a
trick in
piece of
retrieving
moldy
the piece of
cheese in
from
this
the mouth
crack
hole.
here.
Graham finds himself in a dirty, dingy cell somewhere below Mordak's castle.
We're gonna
And
use this piece of moldy cheese to improve the woman's cooking.
no, in
Graham
fact,
finds
It's
it,
the height of French cuisine, okay?
Above him, Graham can see a damp,
no.
rusty grate.
What we
leading
actually
to
use the moldy cheese for is so bafflingly stupid that even the game is like, you have no idea what the fuck you're doing.
Hello.
So you're telling me the French are not involved?
Fatima,
No.
Where did you come from?
And this is why we had to make friends with
I spend
Casimo
a lot
over
of
here.
time down here, you know, with my friends.
Because
Friends?
if we didn't, then
Like
we would just be
and
locked in
Sam.
here and die.
I don't know if you ever saw Sam or not. Anyway, I found this loose stone once that led here, to this cell. Now come on, you'd better get out of here.
And this is the problem with the whole perspective thing, is that I immediately lose track of Casima. Because Graham went the slight wrong direction, and that now I immediately got lost, because she doesn't wait up for you. So, I just stick with the right-hand rule. Oh,
Yeah, it looks like a Metroid enemy.
yeah, apparently that's one of Casima's friends down here. It's definitely not the Dink, though. The Dink is everyone's best friend. Let's see. Oh, speaking of my cat being a butt, there's something that he's been doing lately that, while cute, it's actually really fucking annoying. So if I leave my cat outside while I go to work, he'll usually sit on the porch and wait for me to come home. And whenever I drive back home, apparently he can tell which car is mine. And so what he'll do is that he'll get up and run to the street to meet with me.
Oh no.
The problem is that he does it in such a way that as I'm pulling into the driveway, he will run in front of the car. And then I have to wait there until he gets the fuck out of the way. Here we are. Door.
Thanks for not waiting, Casima, you rude twat.
By the way, who are you?
Anyway, she can't help us again, because, she's,
What that is? It's
she would get caught by,
Don't worry. Somehow,
the wizard here. I immediately forgot his name.
save my family.
Yes, well, I'll stand by you, King Graham. I'll help if I can.
Sorry about that, guys.
Thanks. I may need it.
Well, I'd better get
I should remember to turn off my alarms, before I do recordings, but oh well.
Aye, aye, m'lady.
Interesting architecture there.
Yeah. But anyway, let's play the organ.
Graham watches in horrified fascination as the grotesque organ begins to magically play an eerie tune, all by itself.
Is that one of the songs from the early games?
If you're referring to King's Quest IV, then no, because King's Quest IV actually, that was based on a real song, and this one I think was made up.
No, I'm not referring specifically to any King's to the previous games as a whole. If it is a West song from one of them.
Oh, not that I can recall.
Goodbye, King Graham of Daventry.
Like some inspiration from Excalibur, right there.
Poor Graham. Mordak shows no mercy.
Because either Mordak has like the shortest forehead in existence, like almost non-existent, or he's like using like a metal cap, like Merlin in Excalibur.
Oh, I thought it was just more he had like a widow's peak or something. But anyway.
Have you ever seen Excalibur?
No. But anyway, here's what we need the peas for. Hiya!
Oh.
Anyway, now we can explore the castle. Hooray!
Hell?
Which version do you mean?
1981 movie with Nigel Terrell.
Graham gapes at an odd figure of a bird-like, yet reptilian.
There are other versions of Excalibur.
Well, there's also the Sword in the Stone that Disney made.
Sees nothing of you.
No, these are versions of the story of King Arthur. I'm talking specifically the movie called
Graham
Excalibur.
looks at the strange figure, but sees nothing of use.
Which
I wasn't sure if you were referring to a movie or a replica. That's why.
Yes, a replica of Excalibur, that would be a awkward question.
It would be.
But yeah, in that movie, Merlin uses like a weird metal cap on his head, which looks kind of similar to the one the Mordak has here.
Anyway,
A large
so
grotesque bed occupies
there's a
one
few
corner
things that
of
we need to
Mordak's
do
bedroom.
in this sort of area that
The thought of
require
lying
a
on that
lot
horrible
of
bed and
waiting
totally
around and
revolts Graham.
for specific
The thought of
events to happen. So, at this point, this is kind of where my memory of this game goes a little fuzzy, because I kind of know what you're supposed to do, but not really. So, there's going to be a little bit of me bumbling around trying to figure things out.
Graham surveys the bizarre furnishings and horrible figures in Mordak's bedroom.
This one looks like a dildo.
Well, as the...
Is that just
hmm?
Is that just the
Many
perspective
books
or
and
that thing
scrolls
in the
line
back?
shelves of Mordak's
I can see it there.
library.
This was just the
As
perspective
Graham looks
because it
them
looks
over, however,
giant in
he
comparison
finds
to
them
Graham
mostly
when he
unintelligible.
when he moved downwards.
Yeah.
None of these particular books interest Graham.
Let's see...
None of these
Graham is not very
Mordak's
fond of
books
reading.
and
It
scrolls
makes his
are
head
beyond Graham's
hurt.
comprehension. He wisely decides
He's
to
more of a
ignore
brawn
them.
over brains kind of
Since most
guy.
He's more of a think of the most obtuse solution to the problem kind of guy.
Since many books and scrolls line the shelves of Mordak's library.
But we do need to read the one book that is on the desk here that's open. But again, we're having to deal with me stumble around trying to figure out how to actually read the fucking book.
None of the
Shut up.
None of
There we go.
This looks interesting. Graham wonders
So
what
let's
the
see, we
symbols
got
mean.
a tiger face,
The strange symbols have
another
been burned
face,
into Graham's memory,
rain,
and there
and
is no need to
I
look at them again.
didn't quite
Perhaps
catch the
they'll be
last
of
one,
use
but
later.
apparently Graham remembers it, so fuck us for trying to remember it.
Luckily, Graham's degree in ancient languages has come to use.
Oh,
Has it?
that is the old cat,
cat
who
Graham.
was
Use.
transformed.
Wait, is the expression has come in use? What is it?
I don't know, but we have to deal
don't
with
know.
this cat, and the best way to deal with it is
bother the cat
to
with
use
that.
the bag
Don't
that
bo-
held the
don't-
emeralds in it. Or nope. First we have to trick it with the fish. Then we use the old pea bag and trap the cat.
It wouldn't be wise for Graham to carry the cat around.
And apparently we can't do the proper thing to do in this situation. Just beat the bag against the wall for a few minutes until it stopped moving. But
A huge
Have Cedric in the bag too.
no,
them-
Cedric is
them-
lookout.
Of an upstairs hallway.
Have them play companions to each other.
So here's me trying to figure out
Come to
what
Graham's
exactly it
eyes,
is that I'm
he sees
supposed to
his
do.
beloved family and castle,
And
all
it doesn't
captive
come to me
inside
until a
large
little bit
glass
later
locket.
that
Graham
I'm supposed to
found
be
himself
back in the
large
library.
room filled with many unusual contraptions and magical implements. His heart feels like bursting when he notices his beloved family.
But we did need to
within
do
a
something
large
about the
glass
cat,
bottle
because if the
sitting
cat
upon a corner table.
noticed us
Graham has
and
found
we didn't do
himself in a
something
large-
about him, then we would instantly lose, because he would run off to warn the wizard that we were here.
Graham has found himself. Graham has no idea what Mordak does with his strange contraption, but it couldn't be good. Inside the lower portion, a foul-smelling...
Graham
liquid
has
bubbles,
not yet watched
while
Vision
two
of
dangling
Escaflowne.
spiked gizmos hang on a massive yoke above
I don't
the
even
Which is
know
okay
what-
because it
iron platters.
which is
Behind
okay because it
Mordak-
isn't very good anyway.
behind Mordak-
Well, I don't even know what you're talking about, so...
It's an anime.
Okay.
It's an anime where plot convenience and S-Pol is written into the logic of the story. I kid you not.
So kind of like the King's Quest series that.
Yeah, basically. And the main villain of the story is Isaac Newton. I'm not kidding either.
I mean, it's fine if you use real life characters in your stuff, but I'm assuming that they don't do it in a way that is fun, interesting, or makes sense.
Yes. Yes to all of those. Yeah. But I do find it well, like such an odd choice. We want a historical figure to be the main antagonist of a story. I know, the guy who proposed the theory of gravity.
Oh, he's a bad guy? Like, how the fuck does that make sense?
Yeah, he's the antagonist of the story.
Man, that guy, if he didn't come up with the theory of gravity, we'd be able to fly right now. Fuck him.
Yeah, what an asshole.
Anyway, so I do remember what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to wait in the library, out of sight of the doorway.
Many books and scrolls.
But unfortunately, I got bored and wanted to look around.
Graham can see into Mordak's bedroom through the open doorway.
But it is important that we do this.
Jolly.
It's important.
Numerous books of various scholarly
Okay, we can't look at the book
lie
again.
Scattered atop a nearby table.
Oh, come on, game. Just do the thing that you're supposed to do.
Oh, it is doing it alright. Wasting your time.
No, the thing that's supposed to happen when the time gets sufficiently wasted.
Yeah. I mean, we went through over this. The relationship between Sierra and their fans is very much an abusive one. Like Sierra, the people who kept Sierra afloat, I think they were very much like
many books
battered spouses who keep coming back to the abuser.
Well, at least this is nowhere near as bad as King's Quest 3. Ah, that's what we needed to see. So, he goes and takes a nap, which is our perfect time to do...
Stake him in the heart.
No, that would make sense. It's a perfect time to steal his wand. And apparently he didn't notice that his brother/cat is in the bag there. I guess he was really tired.
I guess Graham is one of those guys who takes pacifism to a retarded degree.
Basically.
Yeah. This guy is responsible for the disappearance of my entire family and my house. Let's not resort to violence. Let's not use the most immediately and effective solution to the problem.
Anyway, so this is why we needed his wand and the moldy piece of cheese. So we put the one wand on the one pedestal. And then we put the other wand on the other pedestal. And just a reminder,
what Mordak does with his strange contraption, but it couldn't be good. Inside the lower portion, a foul-smelling liquid bubbles, while two dangling spiked gizmos hang on a massive yoke above a couple of flat iron platters.
there is, like the narrator said, we have no idea what the fuck we're doing. So we then power it up with the moldy, stinky cheese
into the machine's bubbling liquid.
And that is enough to get it to work. Whatever it is that we're doing. And before anyone asks, no, there is nothing in the game that indicates that this is what we're supposed to be doing right now.
It is perhaps the product of is perhaps that the employees were under the effect of as a moldy, stinky cheese binge when they designed this puzzle. They had a like a party where they only ate French dishes.
Mordak's wand now barely glows.
Have you ever
Perhaps
tried
its power
escargot?
has
That's actually
wealth
quite
as
nice.
the old wand
No.
now appears
Yeah,
completely
and then the fungi from the cheese had a nasty effects on their minds. They were tripping balls while they designed this game.
What's going on here?
Anyway, this is
What exactly?
why we needed to do this with the wand. So that way we could power up our wand, and then he force grabs his wand, and it has no magic left.
I've heard from Crispin.
Patrick, a useless bastard. Why
No,
are
he
you
was
doing?
useless.
Oh, nice.
He was useful there. He took the hit for us.
What the? What have you
They
done
basically
to
just
my
sucked the power
wand?
out of his wand.
You think
Yes,
you can
that is what we
outdo me,
did. We
little
sucked the
man?
power out of his wand and gave it to
Let me
ours.
show you a thing or two.
But now he transforms into a giant, I don't even know what the fuck that is, but we have to use the wand on ourselves and transform ourselves into the tiger.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he turned himself into
Why,
anything very
no.
particularly useful.
Hey, the tiger is a natural enemy to giant insects.
Whatever the hell that is. To whatever the hell that is. Alien monstrosity. He kind of looked like the chorus.
Oh, and now he's a dragon, so we have to transform him into the dragon's natural enemy. The rabbit.
Tiny Hobbit Graham. It's not really an enemy, it's just like too annoying for the dragon to
You
deal
think
with.
You're so smart, don't you? Well, I've got you now.
Oh. Okay, now this, to
transform
be
yourself
fair,
in-
this one makes sense.
Transform yourself into a cat now.
No, not a cat.
Wine?
That still has a weakness. We have to transform ourselves into the mongoose.
The mongoose.
Yeah, something that's actually an enemy of the fucking snake.
Yeah.
So,
Man, make
the way you want to play.
Oh. And before we burn alive, we transform into rain.
He didn't think this was through, did he?
No, he really did not. But, better yet, we have beaten the game. So, now we get to enjoy a complete ending.
This cartoon contains material that may be necessary for information or clues to complete this game. Please be sure to check your inventory if you decide to skip.
Okay, fine, we'll watch the ending, God.
Now why won't you work?
Well, looks like I'm single, woman. Come.
Well, I did it. Mordak is dead.
You'll be my replacement wife.
Are you
No, no,
sure?
no.
Maybe he's only trying
She'll
to
be
trick
someone
you.
else's wife in the next game.
All right. He turned himself
Yeah.
into a fire, and I put him out with rainwater. He'll never bother anyone else ever again. But now I have a bigger problem. I don't know what to do about my family or my castle. I don't know how to turn them back to normal.
After all you've been through, there must be a way.
Hey! Here's a wizard that could help us out.
All your problems, Graham.
Is that the old man from the beach?
No, it's the wizard from the very beginning of the game.
While you and Cedric were gone, I did some asking around, and I found out that your son, Alexander, had the dubious distinction, if you may, of turning Mordak's brother, Manannan, into a cat some time back. Obviously, this deed angered Mordak, who could do nothing about it, since this particular spell could only be undone by the actual perpetrator, your son. It doesn't take a great genius to figure out that Mordak took your family and castle in revenge to try to persuade Alexander to restore Manannan back to his old self. I did discover, as now I see, that your castle and family were miniaturized and imprisoned inside a glass bottle. I did some research and found the spell for turning everything back to normal.
Well, I'm glad whatever you found was funny because I can't hear shit.
Mm-hmm.
Hocus pocus, alley-opus.
Anyway, there's Alexander, Rosalina,
It would be quite hilarious. It would be quite hilarious if it also restored the castle right there.
And here's the castle, and it just immediately explodes everything.
Immediately crushes and destroys them all.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, I was supposed to do that outside. Oopsies."
Oh, Princess Cosima, how could I forget you? Come over here.
Let's organize your arranged marriage, ready. You're looking quite young and robust.
To my family.
I have a son. Marry him.
My daughter, Princess Rosella, and my son, Prince Alexander, who started this whole mess. All of you, this is Princess Cosima.
This is all your fault, you brat.
Without her, none of us would be standing here now. She bravely saved my life.
My lady,
I love how he blames his son for
and I will make it up
doing for.
With your permission.
For the events where the events right before he saved his daughter, but yeah, my daughter, she saved my life a few years ago. Like,
all right, now that we've done with
Graham's gratitude is very lopsided.
on with business, shall we?
I'm telling you, he's fucking insane, but he knows exactly what he's doing.
Higgledy, poo!
But like, being a real asshole right there is like, oh, no gratitude to your son, huh?
Castle is right back where it belongs, and the right size too.
Let's see, are we forgetting anything else? You zoom in on fucking Cedric's dead body in the corner.
Who cares? Leave him dead.
Wait, what about Cedric?
I'm gonna cook him in the stew.
Where is Cedric?
Over there. Mordak may have killed him. Is there anything you can do about it?
Even King Graham is like, well, he did take the shot for me. You think you could do something? He's like, well, I don't really want to, but...
I think I know.
I can cook him with potatoes.
Abracabara? No.
Use him as part of a turducken.
Abracadora?
It turns out that he didn't like Cedric anyway, and he's just pretending he forgot his spells.
Oh, yes.
Have you ever attempted a turducken?
No.
Do you even know what a turducken is?
I have forgot.
Okay, it is a turkey that has a duck shoved into it that has a quail shoved into the duck.
Get on with it. Okay, Cosima, let's send you home first. Wasn't that the land of the green
Or no, it's a chicken. My bad.
Yes, that's right. I can't wait to see my parents again. Goodbye, Alexander. Perhaps we'll meet again.
You can be sure of that, my lady.
I like a smell.
Before you send us all home, Crispin, I just want to thank you for all your help. And you too, Cedric. I wouldn't be standing here with my family without you two. I'm deeply,
Liar.
deeply grateful.
All in a day's work, my boy. All in a day's work.
Oh, what did he lie about?
Cedric. Right.
I wouldn't be here without Cedric.
Back home you go.
Well, I mean, technically true. If Cedric didn't take the hit, then we'd be dead.
Alakazam.
It's the one useful thing Cedric did the whole time.
Well,
It would have been
there
great if
he
the
is,
castle was upside
our
down.
happy home, and we're all safe and sound.
Everything should be exactly as it was.
Let's go home, shall we?
Yes, let's.
And there we are. We got a total score of 260 out of 260. Fantastic. Although, to be fair, I don't think you can complete this game without a full score, so, yeah. Whatever.
What?
Well, looking back at it, I don't think you can really do anything to change around, like where you get points. Like, I don't think you can, like, have less points than 260 if you complete the game. Like, I don't know where you could cut a corner, so to speak.
Yeah, that's usually the meaning of complete. It's different than finish. But no, I am aware that you can actually finish this game without having all the points.
Oh, okay. So what would you need to do? Because, like I said, I don't know how you would cut the corner, so to speak.
I have no clue.
Okay, so way to add to the conversation.
But I know it's a thing that because I know that is a thing because there used to be like any % speed runs of this game that didn't get all the points.
Well, yeah, because they probably sequence broke some shit.
Voice talent. In quotations.
Yeah, talented in extreme quotations.
Innkeeper style. Are we gonna see the harpies?
Yeah, there she
one
is,
of them
Roberta
is there.
Williams. She actually
Roberta
voiced
Williams.
a number of the characters in this game.
I still find it hilarious that she was one of the ones in the cover of that game. One of the women in the cover of the of that. Remember the sexual game, the text-based sex game we were talking about in the.
Oh yeah, the where Roberta Williams posed naked in a hot tub along with 2 other Sierra employees and a random waiter.
Yeah. That must have been a funny story for him to tell later at work.
Yeah, so they just paid me like $1,000 to stand in a hot tub with my clothes on.
With 3 chicks around me.
Yeah. But anyway, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time. Have a nice night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.